Space aliens. A UFO. Do you honestly think that space aliens will be working with the Mexican government and the Mexican military? Think about that for a second, right? ¿Dónde están los ETs?
Mañic, dijo el cholo.
No,
No hay.
no hay aquí.
Solo está en el palenque donde
Mentira.
aparece montado eso.
Disculpe, tengo una pregunta. ¿Dónde están los extraterrestriales?
¿Extraterrestriales, dices?
Sí, ¿viniste a otro planeta aquí?
No, acá no hay.
¿Aquí no hay?
No.
Ah, ok.
Creo que-
¿Dónde? Greetings from Bonampak. Bonampak is a smaller venue out in the sticks. We've driven about an hour further into the jungle from Yashilan. And in the old days, Bonampak was it was a secondary city. I would say it was like a Roswell, New Mexico of the ancient Maya world. The reason why people come here is because of there are frescoes, there are paintings, and these are the only paintings to have survived from the Maya era. How did they survive? Who knows? Maybe as aliens. So we are here. This area is controlled by the local indigenous people, and they are strictly enforcing the mask rules here. So, you know, we follow, we respect, and yeah, join me as we go into Bonampak. I am told that a lot of the murals, a lot of the paintings are closed, and they're using the pandemic as an excuse. But who knows? Who knows what the truth is? Maybe this is where the aliens are. And let's see. Let's ask. Let's, find the truth. So this is the path leading into Bonampak. It's just a bunch of huts with, they're not even all occupied, but some people are selling, handicrafts, nice dresses, nice floral patterns. Very bucolic scene. It's like an open field here. Probably don't need me to narrate because it's pretty obvious what you're seeing, but it's pretty nice. I like it. It's really small. There's not much happening. It's very quiet. And actually there's not that much scholarship on Bonampak, but it is important just because this is where they found the murals. This is where they found paintings. And, what were the Maya trying to tell us with their paintings? Were they trying to tell us that they came from another planet? Let's see. Who knows? So this is what's going to happen. We are going to walk towards those trees, and I will see you there. Okay, so the ruins are visible in the distance now. Thank God there's shade. It is so hot out here. We might be hitting 100 degrees. Now, this tree is what they call a ceiba tree. And ceiba trees are known to be the tree of life here in the Maya zone. They are, well, all trees are sacred to the Maya and to many other cultures. Think of the wooden cross that hangs in many churches, but especially the ceiba tree. The ceiba tree is the most famous and most sacred tree in all of this region. They grow really tall, and they are revered and regarded as the tree of life. So it's looking pretty magnificent out there. Looks like they got another one of these reliefs. I heard that this is it. There's this Acropolis here, and then there's not really a little town or a little city. It's literally, this is it. So what you really want to do is you want to go inside these buildings, and you want to see the paintings that have lasted, miraculously have lasted over a millennium. Like, think about Michelangelo. It's like, you know, Michelangelo, his paintings are what, a couple hundred years old? We're talking about over 1,500 years old. So, how did they last? Hola. Tengo una pregunta. ¿Dónde están los extraterrestriales? Los ETs, los aliens de otro planeta.
No, no hay aquí.
No hay aquí. No.
No.
En el pasado, no.
No.
No. Okay. See, nobody wants to divulge the truth. Nobody wants to divulge the truth. Wow. I mean, it's beautiful. Bonampak is. Look at that. Look at that. So we're obviously going to climb the steps. We might look at these reliefs here. I don't know. I think, you know what? I honestly believe, like, this is a pretty open field. Like, spaceship, straight down here. Like, makes sense to me. It's possible. Let's just put it that way. It's possible. Don't you think so? I think it's possible. Beautiful scene. Beautiful scene. So there's some stuff on the sides too. I think we'll check that out on the way down. You can tell it's really steep up the hill. You know what it looks like? It looks like just carved. It's just straight up carved into the hill. And yeah, totally damaged. This one less so. Wow. So this is more visible. I hope the camera can see. It's definitely an Aztec, I'm sorry, a Maya king. And you can see his crown. He's holding like a sword. So he's a warrior king holding a sword. And it might be a scalp. Is he holding a scalp? I'm not exactly sure. Let's take a look here. This is Cham-Wan. Cham-Wan is a warrior king. I do know that. Ceremonial staff. It's a staff, not a sword. Earth monster holding up the ruler. So he's being supported by the earth monster. So let's have one more look here. So that's a staff. And I guess the bottom here, which you can't, it's hard to tell, but I guess it's the earth monster that is holding up Cham-Wan, the warrior king. Actually, he's the warrior serpent king. And that's actually a really important distinction because serpents, let's just admire this tree for 2 seconds. The serpents are very, very important in Mesoamerican, Mayan, and Aztec culture. You may have heard of Quetzalcoatl. Quetzalcoatl is the feathered serpent, and there's a pyramid dedicated to him in Chichen Itza near Cancun. There's also a pyramid dedicated to him in Teotihuacan. Teotihuacan is like really, that's the big kahuna. It's like the London, the Paris, the New York of this entire region of the world. But yeah, let's climb these steps here. I will meet you right up there, right up at the middle, and we will look back on this beautiful view. All I'm saying is those 2 stones right there are, they used to be up in the temple up there. So imagine a field, just an empty field. And yeah, you could say, you know, they had a market out there. Just imagine what civilization would look like. Maybe there was a network of stores or something like that. But maybe it was a UFO runway. Like, let's just be honest. like from the sky, like clear skies, right? Clear skies, straight down. Did it happen? Nobody knows. Could it have happened? It certainly could have happened. So we've come to the site here, and if there were murals, they're badly damaged. There's another one over there, and yeah, come on, come on. That's where they landed. At least if you want to believe it, you can believe it. You tell me, what do you think? Let's just say it's a beautiful sight. I don't think I'm ever going to get anybody to tell me, though, the real truth. Is this an aqueduct? I'm not exactly sure what this is. It's really interesting, though. This is actually one of my favorite sites, although there's not that much to see. Well, that's what people said, right? So this is also closed. I hope they're restoring it. So the only things that's open, it appears, is up there. Like, and if the paintings disappear up there, you know, this place just becomes an afterthought, right? Because it already was sort of an afterthought. Like, it was not necessarily it wasn't that important to the Maya culture or the Maya civilization. It was just, you know, out there, sort of like Roswell is out there. So hopefully they don't like tear this down and turn it into a condominium development, or like, you know, put a putting green out there and just like, you know, you can shoot your golf balls from up here. Maybe that's what they want. Maybe that's what the aliens want. They just want it to disappear. Lose all trace. So, let's see. I want to show you the uneven steps here. But obviously, like, that's corroded. I don't know if that was done on purpose right here. But the uneven steps were done intentionally. These people are master craftsmen. And you know what? A lot of these, if you look into the sky at night, they're aligned with the stars. And a lot of scholars, people that went to Harvard, places like that, they actually say that these places are cosmic maps of the universe. So, like, come on, right? But, you know, you're just never going to hear it from anybody, I don't think. Not in Bonampak. Not in our last episode in Yashilan, right? And they say it with a straight face, as if, you know, so serious. All right, I'll see you at the top. Check out this spectacular view. And you could see the hills in the distance from this angle, from this altitude. And you could take I think I could take a pitching wedge. I think it's like 170, but it's so downhill. I think I could take a pitching wedge, put it right in the middle of the UFO landing spot. All right, let's take a look at some of these things. So we're here in, you can tell, if you take a look here, this is what's left. And is that a screw? I don't want to touch it, but it might be a screw. It might be restored. But what we see here is, scholars would interpret it as a warrior. This is not a crown, this is a helmet, and you can tell by the ear flap here. I mean, that could be a headset, right? This could be an astronaut or like an alien. You can see his eyes are gouged out and his nose is damaged. Maybe if he looks at you, he'll shoot like lasers in your eye, and that's why they damaged it. You can see the helmet here, which scholars would interpret it as the feathered serpent. But it could be a space helmet. You see his hands, they're almost in like the Buddhist Lotus Sutra. And you see, it's telling a story here all around. And basically what these are they're a sequence of events. Maybe they're launch codes. Nobody knows. And you can see that there were paintings here, but they're not well preserved. Imagine finding this in this condition. Like, how are you going to tell? I'm sure that in the past it was in better shape and people were able to interpret it better, and that's why Bonampak is so famous. I think they discovered it in 1946. So here we are. We're going to look at a couple more. See, there's nothing here. There's nothing up here. I mean, you can maybe vaguely see things, but not really. So the Mayans constructed these pyramids to represent different levels of heaven. So we are near the top, almost near the top. I think this is the true top up here somewhere. Technically there's no tape, but there are people watching. Again, not much to write home about. Human sacrifice probably happened probably right here. That's probably where it happened. In front of everybody. So there's another level here. I don't know if this red paint is genuine or not. Yeah, it's blocked off. Bonampak, not really in great shape. The structure's still in great shape, but apparently there's a bunch of these, and so, you know, if you're looking for to climb pyramids and stuff, although this one was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, this was a pretty cool pyramid to climb, but apparently there's just so many so-called better ones out there. And even the Maya back then, they're like, you know, Bonampak was sort of an afterthought, right? And these paintings and these murals were elsewhere. But for whatever reason, right, they were preserved here. And when they found it in 1946, I think they were in better condition. So, yeah. All right, so it's really hot. I think I'm gonna head on down. So if I don't meet you at the middle down there, maybe the human sacrifice happened there. But if I don't meet you at the middle, I will meet you at the bottom, and we will explore some of the stuff that was on the sides here. We'll go side to side. And yeah, we'll go from there. So we're just chilling here. Pyramids are right there. We're still near the top. I'm just admiring this view. I think the best part about Bonampak actually is looking out. And it's a very creative space, and it leaves a lot to the imagination because of the open plan right there. They decided to display those reliefs, they call them reliefs, right in the middle, but those weren't there in the beginning, those were up here. So imagine what could have happened out there. I'm not gonna beat a dead horse. Just dropped my shoe. It's all right. I'm actually gonna try and like go down like that, like just like, you know, use my butt to go down. It's pretty majestic. Like, you know, I wouldn't have mind living here. If my choice was to live like in the jungle in Yashilan or to like live here, I would definitely live here. All right, I'll see you, if not at the bottom, I'll see you at the next level. You can't mess around here. Like, if you trip and fall, you could die. Like, seriously, you could die. Alright, we're gonna go over there, finally, and over here. But let me focus on going down these steps. I'm beginning to drag my feet a little bit. It's just really, really hot. But let's see here. So again, I think that, like with the last site we went to, Yashilan, I mean, it could be that, you know, it could have been a big ass temple here. Actually, I think that's what it is, right? It's just gone. Another possibility is that it could have been a, sorry, I'm not supposed to be up there. Yeah, I'm not supposed to be there. See, they're really, really good for them. Good for them. But, wow, they got whistles and everything. So, maybe it's a temple complex. Maybe it's, I'm not sure, honestly. Oh, there's a guide here. Let's see what it says. Building 17 is one of the last constructed in the Great Plaza. Longest structures on the plaza, okay, sure. Only one that does not have a broad entrance stairway. Leads to the structure's most important point. Even though, most important point up there. And let's see. Even though it doesn't have reliefs. Okay. I mean, yeah, whatever. Whatever. Just some basic facts, right? That, you know, it leads up there. Doesn't really have any reliefs. I don't know what that is, but yeah. Nobody, literally, welcome to Bonampak. And, you know, when I was studying this stuff in school, there really was nothing on Bonampak. So if you want to become an authority on like a Mayan ruin, this one is fair game. And everyone recognizes that it's fair game. And so, but no one wants to take on a challenge. Actually, I heard that scholars from Yale are pretty much in control of Bonampak. But that's only one school, one institution. So if you want to become an expert, come to Bonampak and come up with some interesting theories, because there's a wide open field out here. Who knows what happened in this field? And it's like a pretty cool place to spend time. And the guards are sort of, you know, guards are doing their job, and they have a lot of pride. You know, I'll give them that. You have to say that the guards have a lot of pride in their in the structures that they're protecting, and I respect them. And you know, I may not be the best guest here, for shame, I guess. You know, really, shame on me. But you know, Bonampak, just for the view alone from the top there, it's worth coming to. It definitely is. So yeah, we're gonna go over there. Maybe we'll ask the guards. I don't think they like me that much. But maybe, I think the guy in the black is the guy I asked where the aliens are at. And they don't want to tell me. Of course they don't. So, check it out. I'm still in the same spot. I decided to lay down. This is what I see. Pretty sweet. So we have made a move, and we are walking towards the other side of this plaza here. And yeah, I don't want to sound lazy or anything, but it's just one of the mysteries of the world. It's impossible to tell what happened here. And maybe that's on purpose. Nice tree. Nice pyramids. So yeah, that is Bonampak for you guys. I think I'm going to end it here, and I will talk to you guys later. You guys know my thoughts. So, you know, maybe they're watching. You never know.